Hey guys, I wanted to do a video real quick regarding fat and carbs. I haven't been able to really post a video quite yet today, so this is my first one. Sorry for the camera angle, this is on a computer and not a phone. Um, and I wanted to talk a little bit about, like I said, fat versus carbs. I posted this on Instagram quite a while back, but I've decided to put it on YouTube to reach a broader audience. Carbs and fat. What makes you gain weight? I'm going to tell you right now before I start hammering into this subject. It is not what you think. Okay, it is not what you think. People think that carbs carbs versus fat. What makes you gain weight? It's not what you think. For hundreds of years, all right, people have been saying fat. Fat is the culprit. Ooh, fat is the culprit. Okay, fat is what makes us gain weight. Fat is fat. Fat is going to clog our arteries. It's going to cause heart disease. Now, don't get me wrong. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of fat can be bad for you. Okay, but eating a lot of fat, generally speaking, is not bad. Hear me out. I'm going to first say it like this. You look at the uh, people that have epilepsy and seizures. Okay, some, not all, but some of them retort to the ketogenic diet when the medication doesn't work for them, which is a different topic. But um, for some it does, but for a good decent amount of people it doesn't. But anyway, so they go on the ketogenic diet, which is basically moderate protein, 20 grams of carbs or lower, practically 0 grams of carbs, and very high fat. Now, yes, the people that have been on that diet, a lot of them have controlled their seizures and this and that, but that's beside the point. It's not about seizures, it's about fat versus carbs. But here's the thing, people that are on the ketogenic diet, why, if the diet is moderate protein, practically 0 carbs, and high fat, why is having a diet high in fat not making them gain any weight? Now you would think logically that fat, eating a lot of fat is going to make you fat. Well, from my experience, that's not the case. You could, I mean, I could eat a whole bag of potato chips and not gain 1 pound of fat. Here's the reason for that. From my experience, I could eat a whole bag of potato chips, not gain 1 pound of fat. I can have a ton of oatmeal multiple times a day, and I could gain weight. Why is that? First things first, carbs or fats do not regulate insulin levels like carbs do. What are carbs? Sugar. If you take in carbohydrates and you do not become physically active, it will sit in your liver, and there's more liver glycogen in it in your liver than there needs to be, it will spill over into fat, which is where fat comes from. Fat intake, okay, you can eat a lot of it, and for the most part, it won't be you won't be gaining any fat from it. Now, for so many years, fat has been, like I said, it's been the culprit of all these bad things. But here's the thing that's interesting. I mean, fat can be a good, healthy nutrient. Carbs are sugar. Okay, sugar has, for the most part, zero benefits. I mean, it helps with performance and it helps with, you know, uh, stabilizing blood sugar and things like that. That is true. But besides those things, carbohydrates are basically useless. Fat intake, okay, you need fat to survive. You need fat on your body to help control body temperature, to help protect your internal organs, to protect your bone structure, all these other things. Fat is very beneficial. Carbs are, well, what I just mentioned. So guys, this whole concept of fat makes you gain fat is kind of ridiculous. I mean, yeah, you can gain fat from fat intake, but it's harder to do compared to carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, you can, depending on your body type, obviously, especially endomorphs, you can gain fat pretty quickly off of carbs. Fat, not so much. Okay, guys, so that's my take on fat versus carbs, and I will see you in the next video.